Good afternoon, guys. Today I'm going to discuss about your initial draft. Then you will apply the sinkage. Then you will get your final draft or your departure draft. So let's start, guys. This is a continuation with my previous videos. So this is now example 4.4, and the problem says a vessel is to load 1,300 metric tons of weight. She is presently floating in a saltwater draft of 10.52, and the TPC is 65.01 metric tons per cubic meter. Find the draft at completion of loading. So first, we have to find the sinkage. So by using the TPC. So step 1, find sinkage. Sinkage is equals weight over TPC times 100. I transpose this with sinkage is 1,300, which is the weight, over TPC of 65.01 times 100, and the answer of the sinkage would be 0.20 meters. Okay, so here is now the step 2, the solution. So sinkage initial drop is 10.52. You apply your sinkage. That will be, you add this one, and your final drop will be 10.72. Okay, so I have here another solution. Sorry, this one. The actual formula is weight times sinkage times TPC times 100, which is this one, guys. So this will be your initial drop of 10.52, meaning your forward is 10.52, up drop is 10.52, then your main drop is 10.52. Then you have your actual midship. Midship port is 10.52 and starboard mid is 10.52. So your midship drop is 10.52. So your departure drop should be 10.72. So to get the sinkage, this is another solution. Subtract 10.52 with your sinkage with your midship drop or initial drop, then you will have a sinkage of 0.20. Again, final drop minus your mid drop or your actual drop, that will be, you will get your sinkage of 0.20, which is this one, guys. I made a solution. So, again, the formula to get the sinkage is final mid minus your actual mid is your sinkage. Okay, and to get the recommended cargo to load for loading is this one, is your sinkage, which is K8 times 100 times M3, which is your TPC. So we'll just transpose this one so that we will not get lost. Then put here times 100. Okay, so that will be this one. Weight equals your sinkage times TPC times 100, which is this one, guys. Your weight, this one, equals your sinkage times M3, your TPC times 100. Okay, then you will get this weight. Okay, and let's go back. Now you have already your weight, so you're looking for your sinkage. You have your TPC, you have the constant, so sinkage equals your weight, which is 1300 over TPC, which is 65.01 times 100. Okay, and sinkage will be 1300 over 6501, and the answer sinkage will be 0.20, which is this one, guys. Okay, you get now your sinkage. Now when you go to the problem, go to the problem. So you have your sinkage, then you have your initial drop of 10.52. You add your sinkage, then your final drop will be 10.72. So let's go to the program. Again, put your forward drop is 10.52 and up drop is 10.52. Your main drop will be 10.52, then your mid port is 10.52, your mid starboard is 10.52, and your mid drop is 10.52. So your sailing drop or your final mid drop is 1072 minus your actual mid drop of 10.52, so you have a sinkage. Now this will be your weight, recommended weight. Okay, but here the problem says your used TPC of 6501. So the 6501 is your TPC of 10.52. Okay, so I put here TPC 6501. So when you use the 6501, you have the exact value of 1,300 metric tons, which is this one. Okay, exactly 1,300. Okay, now if we apply this to the program, let's say you're going to use weight of 1,300, then look at when you already loaded 1,300, look at the mid is 10.72, which is the same with your final mid departure drop, and your sinkage is exactly 20 centimeters or 0.2 meters, which is the same with your answer to your program here. Okay, exactly 1,300. Okay, so let's proceed. Now with this 1,300, the TPC that you're using is 6501, which is this one. 6501, which is this one. Okay, then let's proceed. Now we will distribute the cargo. We'll distribute the cargo and we go to trimming, then go to trim two holes. Go to trim two holes. Here you have the cargo of 1,300. Here 1,300. This is the initial drop, 10.52. Then let's say we sail for even keel, no trim. Then what will be our going to load in hole number 1? This is a Panamax vessel, So in hold number 1, we're going to load about 580. So we load here 580, 580, and hold number 7 would be 720. Okay, there you are, 720. And what will be our departure drop? Our departure drop forward will be 10.72. Up drop will be 10.72. Your trim is 0 and your main is 10.72. And you have deflection of 0. So here, our departure drop is 10.72. So exactly the same here. And the same with your program or the problem. So the final drop, departure drop is 10.72. Okay. Then we go to the by trimming table. Here you have the cargo to load of 1,300, and you have this hold 1 and 7. In hold number 1, you are going to load 580, and 7 is 720, which is this one, guys. Okay. So in number 1, 580, number 7 is 720. Okay, 720 in number 7 and 1 in 580. Now in hold number 1, apply the forward and up correction as you use your loading manual. So you have to look at it at the loading manual and find for the correction for cargo hold number 1, forward and up correction. So in number 1, the forward correction is 6.1, up correction is negative 3.1. And hold number 7, the forward correction is negative 2.2 and up correction is 5.28. So when you already applied your correction, this will be the result of your final drop. Forward will be 10.72, up will be 10.72, main drop is 10.72, and you have a 0 trim. Then here you will have your 0 deflection. And here's another solution of your trimming table. Okay, so in hold number 1, this 580, the forward correction is 6.1 and up correction is negative 3.1, the same. So in hold number 7, you load 720, which is this one, and forward correction is negative 2.2, which is this one, and up correction is 5.28, which is this one. So here, this part, first you have to load in hold number 7 so that you will have a good trim. You will be trimmed by the stern. So once you load 720, and this will be the results of your draft after you have loaded 720 metric tons. Forward will be 10.36 and up will be 10.90, and your initial drop was 10.52 forward and up is 10.52. Then after you have completed loading hold number 7, then you will now load in hold number 1, and the weight is 580. So once you already loaded 580, the final drop would be 10.72 forward and up is 10.72. Look at here, 10.36, you just carry it down here. 10.90, carry it down here. Then once you have completed the loading hold number 1, then the final drop will be 10.72 and up drop will be 10.72, even kill. So you have a trim of 0, and your main drop will be 10.72, and here you add a zero deflection. Okay, so this is a simple program which is very convenient. Okay, this is the initial drop and this will be your final drop. Now here, let's go back. In actual practice, make this a little bit bigger. Okay, smaller. In actual practice, where is that? Okay, so in actual practice, I don't use this trim of the trim TPC of the initial drop. The initial drop is of 10.52, is TPC is 65.01, which is this one. But what I usually do when in actual practice, I use the TPC of your final drop or departure drop, which is 10.72. So 10.72, which is this one, you interpolate the TPC and the TPC should be 65.22. So 65.22, this is one I use. When you use this TPC of 6521, then the recommended cargo tool over trimming is 1304.2. So this is 4 times more. Okay, so we proceed with the program. So we put here, say we load 1304.2 just for the sake of computation. So when you load 1304.2 for the sake of computation, then you have exactly departure drop of 10.72 and your sinkage is 0.20, okay, which is the same here. But what if we say exactly 1,300? 1,300. So there's a little difference here. So, but in actual practice, we use the whole number of 1,300. But for the sake of computation, we just put 1304, okay? Then you have an exact value of 1072 meters and 20 centimeters your sinkage. Now, according to the program, go to trim holes 2, which is this one. Then look, the remaining cargo to load is 1304. This is your initial drop, and here you have your 1024 for trimming. And your trimming hole is 1 and 7 because this is a Panamax vessel. So I trim this with 1 or 7. Okay. Then you say no trim, 0 trim. And what will be working to load in hole number 1? Hole number 1 will be 582. So 582. Put here 582. 82. And number 7, you will load 722. 722. Here. And what will be your final drop? Your final drop will be forward 10.72 and up will be 10.72, and your main is 10.72 and you have a zero deflection. So you go back to form 6. Okay, form 6, and here in number 1 you load 582, which is here, and number 7 is 722. Apply your LCG, and your final departure will be forward will be 1072 and up will be 1072. You have a zero trim, your main is 72, and you have a zero deflection. Okay, so, and your trim table, you have here a 1304. In number 1 you load 582 and 722. Apply your correction for each hold, and your departure drop will be the same. Even kill as forwards 1072, up 1072, and main 1072. You have zero trim, and your deflection is 0. Okay, this is your initial drop. This will be your final drop, which is this one. Okay, this is initial drop and your final drop. Okay, then here's second part of your trimming table. For example, you will load here first in hold number 7 with value of 722. Once you completed loading this figure of 722, your initial drop will be forward 10.36 and up will be 10.90. This is your initial drop before loading. Once you completed loading of 722, your drop will be 10.36 forward and up will be 10.92. So carry this down. Now after loading hold number 7, you load in hold number 1, and the value will be 582. Once you already completed your loading of 582, your initial cargo or your final cargo forward will be 10.72 and up will be 10.72. You have zero trim, and your main drop is 10.72, and you will have a deflection of 0. Okay, so this is a very good program as for my opinion. This is a very accurate program. So this form number 6 is how to find trim when handling several moderate weights. Okay, and trim two holds is trimming with 2 holds, and this is your trim table. Okay, trimming table. Okay, and this is the form. So that's it, guys. I hope you like this video, and if you like, please click the like button, share, and subscribe. Please don't forget to click the notification bell. Thanks for watching and have a good day.